Someone is calling your name. You hear it perfectly. You know exactly who it is. You turn your head, you look right at them, and then you do absolutely nothing. You don't get up. You don't answer. You hold their gaze for a moment, slow and unbothered, and then you look away. You are a cat, and you just ignored the person you love most in the world. On purpose, but not for the reason they think. Welcome. You are not watching this. You are living it. You are a cat, and to the human who feeds you, adores you, and follows you around with a phone, you are a mystery. They think you're cold, aloof, that you look down on them, that you treat your own home like a kingdom and them like the help. And honestly, you can see why they'd think that. But every single thing they read as arrogance is actually something else. You're not being distant. You're speaking a language they were never taught to hear. So let's translate. Let's find out what you're really saying. Start with the ignoring, because that one hurts them the most. When that human walks in and you don't react, when you stay curled exactly where you are and barely flick an ear, they feel snubbed. But here is what they don't understand. A cat reacts to threats. A cat stays alert to danger. If you truly felt unsafe, you would be up, watching, ready. The fact that you can lie there and ignore them completely, that is the highest compliment you have. You ignore them because they have made you feel so safe that you don't have to pay attention. Your indifference is trust, and it goes deeper than that, because you ignore your own name too. They've read the studies. They know cats recognize their names. They've watched you hear it and choose not to come. And it drives them a little bit crazy. But understand where you come from. You are not a dog. Dogs are pack animals, built to follow, wired to obey. You are descended from a solitary hunter who answered to no one. When your human calls and you decide not to come, you're not being defiant. You simply don't see your name as a command. You see it as information. You heard it, you considered it, and you decided. Coming when called isn't obedience to you. It's a choice, and the choice is always yours. Now watch what you do next. From across the room, you look at them, and you slowly close your eyes. To them, it looks dismissive, like you can't even be bothered to keep them in sight. They have no idea. They just received the most loving thing a cat can give. That slow blink is a kiss. In the language of cats, closing your eyes near another creature means I trust you completely. Because shutting your eyes is the most vulnerable thing a predator can do. You only do it around someone you would never need to defend yourself from. So when you blink at them, slow and sleepy from the other side of the room, you are saying, I love you in the clearest way you know how. Most humans never realize they were kissed. And here's one that confuses them every time. You'll settle down right beside them and then turn your back. They think you're shutting them out. The truth is the exact opposite. A cat never turns its back on something it doesn't trust. Facing away from your human means you have decided they are your safe direction. The one place danger will never come from. You're not ignoring the room. You're watching the rest of it for them, guarding the approach, leaving your back open only to the one creature you trust with it. Turning away is how you say, I've got us covered. Of course, sometimes you're sitting in their lap, purring, being stroked, and then you simply stand up and walk away. They always take it personally. They think they did something wrong, that they bored you. But cat affection doesn't work like theirs. It comes in short, bright, intense bursts. And when the burst is done, it's done. You didn't leave because you stopped loving them. You left because you were full, satisfied, complete, finished on your own terms. And everything you do is on your own terms. That's not arrogance. That's just being a cat. Now, the crime, they can never forgive. You lock eyes with them. You walk to the edge of the table. You place one paw on their glass of water. And while staring directly into their soul, you push it off the edge. They are convinced this is pure villainy. It is not. Part of it is the hunter in you. A small object at an edge triggers something ancient. You tap it to see if it moves like prey, if it's alive, if it's worth chasing. But part of it is something far more embarrassing for them. The first time you knocked something off a table, they came running. They made a sound. They rushed over. They paid attention. And you, brilliant creature that you are, learned something. You learned you have a button, and the button summons your human. So when you hold their gaze and nudge that glass into the void, you're not being arrogant. You've simply figured out how to train them, and it works every single time. Speaking of getting their attention, let's talk about why you sit on their things. The moment they open a laptop, spread out a newspaper, or try to work, you arrive and plant yourself directly on top of it. They think you're declaring that their task matters less than you. But that's not it at all. Their things smell like them, and your favorite scent in the entire world is theirs. By sitting on their laptop, their book, their warm keyboard, you're surrounding yourself in the smell of the one you're bonded to. And you've noticed exactly where their attention goes, and you've placed yourself right in the middle of it. It was never get out of my way. It was always, I want to be where you are. Which brings us to the stare, the long, silent, unblinking stare that unsettles them most of all. They feel judged by it, like you're sitting in the dark, expressionless, evaluating their entire existence and finding it lacking. But a soft-eyed, relaxed cat watching its human isn't judging, it's watching over. In the wild, you keep an eye on what matters to you. You track your family. You stay aware of the ones in your circle. That quiet stare they find so cold is you doing the most tender thing you know, keeping watch over someone you've decided is yours. So feel it now, all of it at once. Every cold thing you do, seen from the inside. The ignoring that means I feel safe. The slow blink that means I love you. The turn back that means I trust you. The walking away that means I'm content. The stare that means I'm watching over you. Your humans spent all this time thinking you were arrogant, that you looked down on them, that you ruled them like a servant. They had it backwards the whole time. You were never being distant. You were speaking to them in every way a cat can. They just didn't know the words. You don't see them as your servant. You see them as your family. You always have. You just show it like a cat.